So, I a couple days ago I was watching The Best Man Holiday. Great movie. If you haven't watched it, definitely go watch it. But I was watching that, and like, Morris Chestnut is a great actor, y'all. Like, damn. Because basically, so I'm gonna ruin this movie for y'all in order for me to get my point across. But his wife ends up having cancer, and even then, like, even in just The Best Man itself, like, his best friend had slept with his girl, and like, he found out the day before he was gonna get married. I'm so sorry that I'm spoiling these movies for y'all, but I just have to put this out there in order for me to get my point across. So basically, in both of those situations, he was devastated. He didn't know what to do, and in order for him to, feel assured, rest assured that whatever decision he was gonna make, he prayed about it. And when I was watching that, one, obviously I cried tears, because who doesn't cry watching The Best Man Holiday? Like, that whole movie, like, man, I wanted to cry the entire time, but I couldn't. I had to hold my tears back. But basically, I was like, man, like, a person who has that courage to pray in situations, like, that your wife has cancer that's untreatable, and she's only got a certain number of months left, and you still have the ability to kneel down and pray. And I'm just like, that's crazy, because I could never. And then I was like, I don't even think I can pray right now. Like, it was just, I don't know why my brain went there, but it went there. And I was just like, look, if someone asked me to like sit here and kneel down and pray, it's gonna be the most basic prayer ever. And I don't know why. I've never really been much of a praying person anyway. Music has always been, that gateway for me in order for me to feel connected to my faith. But I, like, for the past few, I don't even know how long, but I want to say for the past few months, or maybe just the past month, I've had no desire, no urge to like pray. And I was like, okay, last night I was in bed, and I'm like, let me just pray. Like, I'm not doing anything. There's nothing that needs my utmost attention at all. I'm sitting here, it's 2:00 in the morning watching YouTube series. Like, let me sit down and pray. Couldn't do it. Could not do it. I was like fighting myself, literally. I was like, just a couple words. Like, it doesn't even have to be anything serious. Like, but I literally had no drive to pray. And then it made me think, okay, am I losing my religion? One thing about me is I currently don't go to a church, and maybe that's what needs to change. But I just have this thing with churches where it's like the pastor seems sideways, or like I don't know, like I just don't like churches. Like, I don't know, I feel like I'm always forced, and maybe it's because I want to live my life in a certain way, and having that balance just seems impossible. But at the same time, like, it shouldn't, like, I'm so confused. Like, I really don't know. Like, it's just a situation where, I mean, I used to go to a church, I was singing in the choir and stuff, and it was cool, but it was like, okay, I want to grow vocally as a singer. I'm not saying I'm trying to be like all up on TV on some Beyonce. If I was on some Beyonce sets, that'd be great. But like, I just enjoy singing, and I feel like being part of that choir kind of took away from it. And I was doing voice lessons, and then the person I was doing voice training with, one, she's a Trump supporter, and then two, she left and she moved to Haiti. And like, I'm just like, okay, like, how do I go about like trying to get myself back? And I'm asking myself these questions, but like, am I really driven to find the answer? Not really. I don't know why. And the thing is, like, it doesn't really disturb me. Like, it disturbs me in the fact that if my parents, like, ever saw this, they'd be like, okay, we're doing 3 days fast and we're forcing it. And I think that's also another thing too. It's having this religion or this sense or this, you know, like, faith pushed upon me from birth, and it never really became my own. Like, there were certain situations where I was like, okay, I'm a Christian because I actually believe in God, or I have faith in God because of this, this, and this. And, like, I've had those moments, but at the same time, like, I grew up in the church. Like, my grandfather is the chairman of a church worldwide. Like, it's kind of engraved in my last name. My dad is a deacon. Like, it's engraved in me in a sense. Like, it's like, okay, you're raised in this, and this is what you're supposed to believe in, this is how you're supposed to act. But then it's like, that's not me. But it's at the same time, it's like, okay, am I saying that's not me because I want to do other stuff? But at the same time, I don't know. Like, it's really just a real confusing little situation that's going on up here. Like, it's crazy. So yeah, I just realized that today, and, like, people were like, what's wrong? What's going on? I'm like, nothing's going on. It was just a realization. Like, I am just finding it really, really, really hard to pray. And, like, I'll listen to gospel music, but, like, I listen to gospel music like it's any other music these days. Like, it's not really, it doesn't move me, and maybe it's because I'm listening to the same stuff, but at the same time, I don't want to hear the new stuff, because the new stuff to me isn't really that intriguing. And then you hear things about, like, different artists doing this, and that, and then you hear things about pastors and deacons and priests, and it's like, how the F am I supposed to believe in this religion or that have this faith when all these things are going on in the world? Like, the people who are supposed to be representing the faith and being godly people, or, you know, the shepherds, are the ones that, like, you find out are doing this, and this, and it's just crazy. Like, and I'm not blaming that, because at the same time, I can still go and make my religion my own thing. I don't think you necessarily need church 100%. Like, if you have the people around you that put you in a specific, what's the word? Like, I want to say kind of a specific mindset, but that's not the word. But put you in the groove of, okay, this is who I believe in, this is God, and, like, you know, the people that push you to grow in your faith, then that's great. And, like, I know people who will do that, but do I use those people, or do I, you know, take advantage of those resources with those people? No. And maybe that's something that I have to change for myself. But like I said, as of right now, it's not really anything that, like, I'm feeling obligated to do. Like, I know where I am. Like, part of me, I'm like, okay, I believe in God, right? Because I'll say things like, oh, thank goodness, or thank God for this, or, like, you know, like, I believe in God. It's just, as far as, like, praying and worshiping and all that, like, I just don't have the drive to do that, and I don't know why. But that's kind of just where my head is at. That's a little update that I wanted to do. I haven't done an In My Car series. I'm gonna give y'all a breakdown of my channel. So many videos are being recorded today. I feel so accomplished, but at the same time, I just have to keep consistent. But yeah, thank you guys for watching. I have this congestion thing going on. I really don't even understand what it is or why it's there. But yeah, thank you guys for watching. Tune in. I'm gonna post another video explaining what's going on with my channel. But yes, peace out.